Well, I thought I'd better film making at least one of these cube faces. I'm just working by eyeball at first. And once I've got somewhere, I've got a little template that I can try in that hole. Nowhere near deep enough, 2.5mm to go. Bit more on the width coming out, and still 1mm to go on the depth, so I'm still safe with my bowl gauge. But I won't be sticking with the bowl gauge because it's easy to overshoot, so I'll just tidy that up. That's why my tool rest was higher, with a scraper. Playing by feel there. Still a good 0.5mm to go right in the button. That's probably about right. Touch more on the width and a touch more on the bottom. Now that felt round. I don't know if you can feel round, but that felt there. That's just about bob on. I don't know whether you can actually feel when it's round. There's a little divot in the bottom. That would have been it. There we go, spot onto the template. So that's the inside hole. I've got to move my template, tool rest to the outside. One corner a little bit closer there, but oh well. Starting off a little bit further away than I need to be. Make sure my tool rest is locked right down because I don't want to take them corners off. And I'm not bringing my tool anywhere back close to the tips. I've got to measure that because I want it to be 98mm because that was my cube side length. And I've got 102. so I can go in 2mm. Which isn't going to be far off that. Another 1mm. Right, that's going to do. Give it one last check, but that's probably right. 97. Hang on. Ah, 96.5. Hang on, I've gone a little bit too far. I'll have to compensate for that later. That's okay. That's okay. I'm still not round onto my... Oh yeah, because I've got to come in there now. So now I've got to get my wall thickness. What I have to do here myself is close one eye. Not coming down in one. Right, let's see. Now, I'm not going to go quite all the way down now because I'm not going to... Let's measure that thickness. It is 3.75. So I've got to come in about 1mm. Oh, I did go all the way, that's it. The curve will hide that, I'm sure. No, don't put your fingers in there, whatever, like I was just about to. And I want 2.5, don't I? 2.8. So a fraction, and I do have to close one eye. I can't see it if I don't close one eye. 2.42, that's good. Just under my 2.5, but that's fine. Nice. Tips are intact because I only worked in woods. I never pull out woods. Cutting square tips, I don't know if you can, but I never do, and it never breaks a tip off. So I've got a nice square start of a bowl. Right, now back to 45 degrees. Make sure I'm locked down, make sure I'm not going to hit my tips. Back to the bowl gouge. That's not a bowl gouge, that's a bowl gouge, which really needs sharpening. Now I have another, I've got to keep turning that until I hit that profile, goes in against there and up to that point. So not far to go. A little bit more up there. That's where you can what I was going to say is that's you reach a point where you can skid on your bevel, I find. So I'd rather introduce a new cut than do that, because you hit your tips. Check progress. I've got a bulk to come out of there, and then I'll go to the scraper. Before I go too far. See, there's still some bulk there, but this will all come out with the scraper now. Scraper. Scraper. And my tool rest moved then. I don't want that happening. I'm going to stop there. Hang on, let's see how close those tips are. Only a millimetre away from that. I don't like that. That's better. There we go, that's blended that. And there, just a little bit of bulk there, I can see it. Trouble is, you take your eye off it, and then you can't see it. I think we're there. Really well, there's a little touch there. Anyway, that's the general idea of how I cut one face of a cube. And I'll just get another one. And you can see kind of, oops, get that out of the way, how the bevels match up. So hopefully, and that's how we're going to make a cube, 6 of those. They're very light already, and I've got to turn the inside down to that same wall thickness, very thin. Alright, thanks for watching.